That's what they say. Can't remember. I don't know how to do this right. Anyway, oh, there you go. Hey there, Heather. Hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to a boxing event. We are going to be unboxing some hockey cards. Well, not unboxing per se, but like wrapping up hockey cards. So to explain, I went this afternoon to my local hobby shop and they had hockey cards. And I'm like, well, I'll get like a hobby set like 2023 or something like that. But then all of a sudden you got yourself, I found they had a sale that was 2 for $5 for hockey cards. And there were 50 cards in a pack. So I took 10 of them, and that is obviously $25. So that's $25 that I won't get back, but that's okay. You know, it is what it is. So anyway, yeah, just setting up a few things. I'm going to be semi distracted because I forgot completely to create create videos for like tonight to upload, like not the live videos, but like upload like PC Replay Baseball, ASG Golf, what else? Time Travel Tennis. Yeah, so, you know, I've got to do that. I've got to be me, in a sense. So, anyway, oof, found it there. All right, so got some people. Are they bots or are they real people? But anyway, yeah. So I just need I just need a number. Let's see. If you're in the chat. Bots. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go random.org on this and pick a random number between 1 and 10. Gonna be 1 to 10. So generate. It's a 5. Okay, so I'll pick up card set number 5. So this is what it looks like, the 2 for 5 and all that. Got that. I will be partially distracted by Team Canada. They're playing World Juniors on right now. So I got that going. Yeah, the hair is not covering me up one bit. So anyway, so there's 50 cards in here. Just gonna pull out cards and all that. They don't smell. It doesn't. Doesn't really smell right. I know cards are not supposed to smell good, but yeah. So anyway, set first off is this one. It's a Tage Thompson card, evolve card. So it's probably just practically a funny baloney card. It's not a real card. Here we go. Darnell Nurse of the Oilers. See him, Darnell Nurse. His sister. Well, he's got 2 sisters. Sarah is a top Canadian women's hockey player, and Kia is still in the WNBA. I can't remember, but yeah, Darnell Nurse. All right. Next is Brendan Hagel, not Bagel, Hagel of the Tampa Bay Lightning. See his card and all that, which is pretty impressive. All that. Brendan Hagel, not Bagel. Next is Ross Colton of the Colorado Avalanche. He used to be an Colton, not Cotton. He used to be a member of the Lightning, so that pulled his card out. Next is Jarrett McCann of the Kraken, finally getting Seattle cards. So he was a Pittsburgh icon before going to Seattle. Seattle's played, this is their 4th season in the NHL, I think. Yeah, this is their 4th season in the NHL, so that's impressive. Oh, I gotta, 1 second. I've got to create videos because the Legends of Boxing video is done. All right, so now we got golf to do and all that. think I have to do a couple of boxing. Oh, I got to do time travel tennis. I got to do like 4 of them. I forgot to like do something here. So anyway, yeah, this won't take too long. I just gonna create early 60s, December 2024 match play. Or 16. I would have loved to do a quarterfinal. So anyway, so here we go. Next up on the list is Nico Mikola from the Florida Panthers. Mikola, Ricola cough drops and all that. Yeah, he played half a year with the Rangers, and then they let him go to the Panthers, and lo and behold, he won the cup. Next is Jack Quinn of the Sabres. Decent player and all that. So Jack Quinn. Did I show Mikola's back or not? I don't think I did. Shoot. I should have. Show the back. All right. Nikita Kucherov of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Legend in Russia and legend for Tampa. I think he's like one of the greatest Tampa Bay Lightning of all time. Ben Witz has joined the chat. You're doing actual trading cards tonight. Well, why wouldn't I do trading cards tonight? Like, why? Why would I not? And why would I not? That's what I said. I said unboxing some cards. Okay, I think you get it. That's all right. It is what it is. All right, so we got Sam Girard of the Avalanche. Because that's the record from the game you're playing. One thing you have to know about me, Ben, is that I don't play actual card games, like actual physical card games. I play them on the PC or the laptop, obviously, because now I'm on a laptop. Like baseball, basketball, football, hockey, soccer, golf, all that. That's all from the PC. It's not actual cards. Like, it's nothing against the true legends like Ron Jeckett or RJL Network or Dave Gardner and all them. They do the actual gameplay and all that with the actual cards and all that. But that's great and all that. But, my setup is not the best. Like the golf and tennis games I watch occasionally. Fantastic. I'm glad you have it. So golf will be out. I think I screwed up not creating the tennis ones yet. I'll have to create the tennis ones as I come. But as is. Let's go to the cards. All right. So Sean Dursey, Utah, of course. You'll see the Utah Hockey Club and all that. But I still say they're the Coyotes. I'm still going to call them the Coyotes. I'm going to call them the Utah Coyotes. I wish I could call them the Utah Coyotes. I know they're the Utah Hockey Club and all that. But yeah, Sean Dursey, great player for the Coyotes. Michael Granlund of the Sharks. Predators star. And then he went to Pittsburgh and then now to San Jose. The cool jersey, like the third jersey is like with the shark fin and all that. I mean, I have NHL 23. I wish I had NHL 25. If NHL 25 had dropped in price and all that, the team formerly known as the Coyote. Yep. Like, I have nothing against the Coyotes and all that as a franchise. It's just that Gary Bettman just wouldn't let the franchise die in Arizona. Like, he was trying so hard to make sure Arizona kept the Coyotes. I mean, I've had massive stuff. Sorry, I trip over my words a lot. I've had discussions with people, and you say move the team to Quebec or Hamilton. And one guy really gets ticked off when talking about the Coyotes and all that. But then I even said, well, why don't we just do Kansas City or somewhere else? Like, make an American and all that. The stadium fiasco did not help. Oh, yeah, damn right. I mean, the fiasco was so bad that they had to play in a 5,000-seat NCAA arena, like Coyotes did. An NCAA arena. I mean, how many franchises do that in the NHL? I don't think that's ever been done before. Well, I know Boston Garden / TD Garden hosts the Beanpot tournament, but that's not it's just a tournament within an NHL arena. It's not like a true NCAA arena. Nevertheless, We got ourselves Chris Letang from Pittsburgh. I think he had a couple massive injuries and a couple of strokes, was it? Yeah, I think Chris Letang had strokes, but he's come back from it. Like, dude, like coming back from 2 strokes is not the easiest thing in the freaking world. I mean, coming back from a stroke and as a health problem, that's pretty impressive. All that. Next up is Nicolas Waugh from the Vegas Golden Knights, not related to my favorite NHL player of all time, Patrick Waugh. So Nicolas Waugh for the Vegas Golden Knights. Next up is Jason Robertson from the Dallas Stars. I think he's native, isn't it? No, he's Asian. Yeah, he's of Asian descent and all that. I know his brother Nick plays for the Leafs. So yeah, he's all that. Just because they stole the Winnipeg Jets. In a sense, Ben, that's not completely true. Like, yeah, they took the team from Winnipeg, but Winnipeg had financial problems. And in 95, they almost moved to Minneapolis. People forget about Winnipeg would have moved to Minnesota, but then last second ditch got them in 95. And then 95, 96 was their last season. They were lame duck in Canada. So they were going to Arizona. Like, I hate Bettman more for the fact, Ben, that he wanted to put teams in the Southwest and like it's out in the southern states for hockey and all that. I mean, if you put a team like in Kansas City or Portland, Maine, or like Seattle, pre-Kraken, of course, then that's fair, like understandable. Or Portland. Ah, yes, Canada just scored 2-0 against the Finns World Juniors. Attaboy. Whew. We're really badly out shooting them. But nevertheless, yeah, that's the main reason. Okay, next is Trevor Moore from the LA Kings. Tell me more. I don't want to know that. The Leafs gave up on Trevor Moore. Well, not the first time or the last time. Actually, it's not the IHL. Yeah, the IHL Manitoba Moose. Yeah, Manitoba got like an IHL franchise because the IHL was competing with the AHL for minor league supremacy, and then they merged in the 2000s. Regardless, next up is Kevin Korchinski of the Chicago Blackhawks. This is his, first year. Korchinski. My Blue Shirt Underground friends will know the Korchinski. Next is this is going to be a point of contention in Rangerland. Jacob Trouba. Everyone knows he's not a Ranger anymore. He's an Anaheim Duck. But remember, this card is from the start of the 23-24 season. So, yeah. So, Trouba, captain and all that. Very, very controversial captain. Like, I hated him. And, Blue Shirt Underground, I hate him because in 2022, the Rangers were up 2-0 in the conference finals. 2-0 in game 3 and had a chance to go up 3-0 on the Lightning. But all of a sudden, Trouba takes this dumbass penalty and the Rangers don't recover. They lose the next 4 games and lose the chance to go to the Cup final. Thankfully, Colorado stopped the Lightning's 3-peat attempt. Kalamazoo 70 and 79. Ben, chat, type in the chat if there was any famous players that came to the NHL from the Kalamazoo team from 78 or 79, because like it would be interesting to know that. Nevertheless, next we have JT Miller in the Flying Skate Canucks throwbacks, which are pretty cool back in the 90s and all that. Ken Hitchcock. Oh, Ken Hitchcock. Sweet. I know Ken Hitchcock was actually a great coach in junior with Kamloops and was part of the Kamloops dynasty in the early 90s. The Kamloops having Scott Niedermayer and Rob Niedermayer on that team, among others. Darcy Tucker, I think, played for Kamloops too when they won the Memorial Cups. I'm not from BC. I'm from, of course, Ontario. But, the Flying Skate, JT Miller. Oh, he's played a lot of years for the Canucks. I think he was a Sabre, was he not? But yeah, I love those Flying Skates of the 90s and all that. Next is Jesper Fast, former Ranger, now Carolina Hurricane. And all that. I thought you were in Hamilton. Hamilton? What gave you the bright idea I was in Hamilton, Ben? Like, if you watch a lot of my videos, if I find out anything hockey related, well, I haven't really done hockey yet. I need to do Stone Cold Hockey coming up in January and all that. But like, yeah, I chant Kitchener. So then I would go to my playlist, and I don't know if it's an actual playlist but anyway, yeah, I did a Stone Cold Hockey tournament for the Kitchener tournament, and any team that had a former Kitchener Ranger on it was there. But yeah, I have nothing against the Ticats. It's all suburban Toronto. Yeah, right. Kitchener is nowhere near Toronto. I know it's an hour by the highway, but not even close. We're not affiliated with Toronto. Like Mississauga, Brampton, North York, Oakville, and York are basically Toronto, and Toronto are just basically amalgamated, or whatever the frick you can call it. Next is Pius Sutter. He's from Switzerland. Pius. I know there was a pope named Pius. So Pius is there. I do have to check if my one video is just finished. Yes, it did. Okay. So yeah, I gotta do that. I know it's kind of dumb and all that, but I was about to say, where's my voice thing? There they are. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, so I'm just doing a couple of things at once. Multitasking sometimes is not the best, but I mean, I can do whatever I have to do. PC replay baseball, 1980s World Series. So yeah, doing the Diamond Decades stuff and all that. The Scrabble tournament in Brantford. Brantford has Scrabble tournaments? Okay. Well, anyway, next card is Ryan Sutter. Speaking of Sutters, there's Ryan Sutter, legendary defenseman born January 1985. Dude's older than I am, and he's still in the NHL. I think he's still with Dallas. Yes, he is. He's still playing in the NHL. But yeah, Ryan Sutter. I can't believe it. Over 1,400 games. Dude was a legend for Minnesota and Nashville as a defenseman. Next is Wyatt Johnston, another Dallas player. Dallas Stars. So Wyatt, he does that. Part of the Wyatt family in wrestling. No, just kidding. Okay, Ryan Pulak of the Cupcakes. Well, I call them the Cupcakes because being in the New York Rangers fan group ever so often, they try to sell cupcakes and all that. That was my first year of being in that group, and then I did a cupcake wrap and all that, and logically got the fans. Next is Carter Verhaeghe, number 23 in your programs from the Panthers, the Stanley Cup champion Panthers. And a legend with the Panthers because he was the guy who sunk the Bruins in 2023 in the first round when the Bruins set the record for most wins and points by an NHL team. So, yeah, he scored the overtime goal in Game 7. Panthers were down 3-1 in that series to Boston. I was looking forward to seeing Boston, Toronto, and all that because I knew that those pesky Bruins were going to be hard to beat. And, if the Leafs lost to the Bruins, that'd be one of the rare times I'd be like, okay, I get it. I get that. All right, next is Eric Chernak from the Lightning. So Eric Chernak, is he a defenseman? I don't see a lot of points on it for him. Oh, a little D on the bottom. Yeah, he's a little D on the back. I just wish they had the position on the back, like a D or something like that. All right, so you got Jake Neighbors of the Blues. Got a lot of neighbors. Yeah, he had 7 goals in 52 games before the 23-24 season, and he freaking put up or shut up, and he did. With 27, as you saw. Zach Benson of the Sabres, rookie for the Sabres, who are really unlucky as a franchise. Because the Sabres are the longest serving NHL team without a playoff appearance. They haven't been to the playoffs since 2011. Do you know how bad it is that the Sabres haven't been to the playoffs since 2011? 2011, Sellers was still a thing in Canada. It wasn't. In 2013, they were sold off to Lords and Taylor or someone bought the leases, and it was majorly split. A few good teams a few years ago. Yeah, but not making the playoffs. Maybe they had good teams, but not to make the playoffs. Nevertheless, you had the Sabres. You had Sellers was a thing in 2011. I was still working there when the Sabres last went to the playoffs. That's pathetic. Anyway, next is Alex Lyon, first goalie I pulled for the Red Wings. Was kind of an off and on goalie until the Red Wings needed him to be their number one. So I think he's still with the Red Wings. Speaking of the Red Wings, they got rid of Blayhill as coach. Todd McClellan is now the coach of the Red Wings. Yeah, they're talking about the longest CHL point streak since 2000 on TSN. Easton Cowan, 56 games. Like, dude, he's been on fire. Oh, what company makes the cards? Upper Deck. If you look at the top left, I know that I got to show quicker. Yeah, that's Upper Deck, Ben, if you wish to know. So, yeah, so Frank Fatrano of the Ducks. The Rangers had him for half a year. Didn't really help. And then the Ducks picked him up. He's been decent for the Ducks since. I think he's been their best player ever. Names are going to kill me. Juraj Slavkovsky of the Habitants. This is from his second season. He's pretty good. I think he's going to be a star for the Habitants. Yeah, that's recognizable up there. Yeah, I think I have to push it closer. My apologies. Sakrowensky of the Columbus Blue Jackets. Very good player. I think he has stayed with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Yeah. Yeah, Romansky has been a Columbus Blue Jacket for life. Alexei Protas from Belarus. Protas. Never heard of this guy. So he's pretty much new and all that to me. So, yeah, Protas and all that. Yeah, Belarus known for having Ruslan Soleil, among other things. I think there were other Belarusians being NHL players. Anyway, regardless of that, next is Paul Cotter. Welcome back, Cotter, for Vegas. Oh, yay! All Red Sox fans joining me. All is well. Oh, you know all is well. Al Red Sox fan, when you join a live stream of mine, beautiful. You know what, Al? Please, in the future, maybe in the next few months, if you have a Saturday friends of the channel chat, I want to be in it. I want to be there. People want to know who this crazy Canuck is and all that. So yeah, Al Red Sox fan, for those of you who don't know, has been a massive inspiration to a lot of my games. Stone Cold Hockey. If it wasn't for Al doing Stone Cold Hockey 1983, when he did that opening day thing, I would never have discovered it. And I would not have known how easy it was with the dice roll and the fact that it was on PC and all that. It was like, holy crap. Are you kidding me? Let me see. What other games did he inspiration on? I have to just click on the thing and hold up and look at my laptop for just a sec. Okay. Out of the Park Baseball, yes. Out of the Park Baseball 24, I have thanks to him. So yeah, PC Replay Basketball, I have thanks to Al. Second and 10 football, it was Al who got me into that game. Classic soccer, that's how I got in the game, by Al. Legends of Boxing was Al, right? Yes. And and Time for Travel Tennis was Al inspired. I've got a lot on my plate. Anyway, it's Action PC Hockey. Well, it doesn't matter, Ben. Like, you know, you like what you like and all that. You play what you play. I think Dave Gardner and RJL Network has said that when I talked to them in the chat. And I said, you play what you want to play and all that. And yeah, I think I did say Dave Gardner. I sometimes repeat myself a lot. So yeah. I mean, Al, you don't really see me on video and all that. Normally, I'm just behind the screen and Bandicam just records my game footage and all that. So yeah, like, I'm not against it. I mean, I don't play the same games as everybody does and all that. I'm not upset. You know what? You are who you are. I'm just taking a hiatus a little bit because I'm in the process of just creating videos right now. So I was hoping to get on the air for 1 hour and all that. So, and do a few things here. But of course, being distracted is not the best method. So anyway. All right. So back to hockey cards. I don't think I pulled any Boston Bruins. Sorry, Al, I haven't pulled any Bruins. Now, this is just random. Like, it's a 50 card set for each bag. Well, Al, I think if you missed it, my local hobby shop had 50 packs of hockey cards, 2 for $5. So I bought 10 of them. So I got $25 worth. But the fact of the matter is that, I haven't pulled any Bruins out, and 50 cards per thing. And I randomly selected a number through random.org. And that's the set I've got. The other 9, I know who's on the front and back of the 50 card set because it's clear plastic, but I don't know the other 48. All right, next is a blue Colton Parayko. Modern cards are stunning. I say so too. All that. Try Candlepin Bowling. Al Red Sox fan has to be from New England. And all that. He says he grew up in the New England area. Did he not? Al has to be. Yeah. Fix my hair cover. Okay. Next is a Jet. Kyle Connor. As in Connor Hellebuck, but no, that's not. It's Kyle Connor. Kyle Connor scored a famous triple overtime goal for Winnipeg to sink the Edmonton Oilers in the first round of the 2020-21 NHL playoffs. That was when, COVID restricted travel and all the Canadian teams had to be in one division and all that. But the good thing was that a Canadian team was guaranteed to be in the Final Four. And lo and behold, we had a Canadian team make the Stanley Cup final, the Habs, in 2021. First time in 10 years that this happened. Of course, the Oilers made it last year. And the Panthers won in 7. And I went against my country. I went for the Panthers because I'm like, Florida's got it together. I mean, dude, after taking care of Boston a couple of times. But that's just me. Next is Quinn Hughes, part of the Hughes family with Luke and one more. Who's the other Hughes? I lost my train of thought. But yeah, Quinn Hughes, great player and all that from Orlando, Florida. You really don't see players come from the state of Florida at all. You don't think Florida-born players in the NHL, but now you do. Just do another one. So yeah, I got a lot of projects on the go and all that. So just try to calm it down and trim down a lot of things. My microphone is so loud in a sense that I have to now, what they call, quiet down the audio when I do my edits. Oh, I didn't do the top. Yeah, so yeah. Caps lock cutter, 2nd and 10 NCAA Legends. What's it called? What bowl game did I just do? Not Motor City. The Sun Bowl. Between Washington and GT, like from the 90s. Oh, I got it all, and it didn't tell me, south of the Mason-Dixon line. I guess I kind of agree. All right, next is Arturi Lehkonen of the Avalanche. He's famous in Montreal because, if memory serves me right, Lehkonen was the guy. Yeah, Lehkonen was the guy who scored in 2021 to help the Habs make the Stanley Cup Finals. They took care of Vegas in the semifinals. And then in 2022, as an Avalanche, he beat Edmonton in overtime to send the Avalanche to the Cup Finals. So anyway, candlepin bowling. Bowling is not really my type of sport. It's just a coordination thing and all that. But like, I can try to bowl, but I can't really bowl. Next up is Cole Caulfield of the Canadiens, Lake Canadiens, number 22 in your program. Of course, if you're watching the NHL, you may know that Cole Caulfield does not wear 22, he wears 13. Reason being is simple. It's because of Johnny Gaudreau. And the fact that, when Gaudreau got taken out alongside his brother by that stupid drunk driver who is doomed to face a lot of time in prison. Like, I don't know what the full charges are, but yeah, leaving the scene of a fatal hit and run accident, leaving the scene of an accident in a fatal accident, that's 20 years per charge and all that. And I think it's either concurrent or it just stacks on, but like, fucker, it's like, stupid. But the fact is that, yeah, Gaudreau, I wouldn't put it past Upper Deck to have put Johnny Gaudreau cards in before his death. All right, so here's a duck named Pavel Mintyukov. Minty. It would help if they don't do the cards like sideways, so I can, that. So Mintyukov. Interesting. Next is Gino Malkin in those Penguins throwbacks from the 90s. Well, of course, it's the reverse retro because there was no yellow striping on the shoulders and all that. Yeah, they had the penguin, the triangular penguin and all that. A lot of people be like, well, that's the Penguins look in the 90s. Actually, no. This look is not the early 90s when they won the 2 Stanley Cups. When they won the 2 Stanley Cups, it was the skating penguin. But then for some stupid reason, after winning their second straight cup, Pittsburgh decided to go with this logo and like Pittsburgh diagonally and all that. And guess what? They didn't win the cup. They didn't even get to the final because those stupid cupcakes, aka Islanders, beat them in the division finals. The last time there was division finals for 2 decades. Have limited income, so I'm restricting that to getting card and dice game cards. Yeah, those aren't cheap or all that. I mean, I could try to play one of those games on a tabletop and all that, but I would have to like look and then try to get the numbers down pat. But yeah, that's just me. Anyhow, you got yourselves. There's TJ Oshie. TJ Oshie of the Capitals. Born 1986, so he's close to my age. But I was born in 85, so Oshie, great player for the Blues, and then the Capitals. I think he's a 2-teamer. He's only played for 2 teams in his NHL career. Next is Jesper Bratt. Jesper Bratt, what a brat. You would be a brat scoring 27 goals last year for the Devil Dogs. I have pet nicknames for all the NHL teams, but some of them are not really suitable for this stream. Roman Josi of the Nashville Predators. I think he's moved on. But yeah, Josi, captain of the Predators and all that. He's a Predators icon and all of that. Best Predators defenseman of all time. Sorry, Shea Weber. Next is Pavel Buchnevich from St. Louis, the Winter Soldier, as he was called in Rangers lore before he went to St. Louis and all that. So he was a decent player for the Rangers and all that. I think a lot of Ranger fans were tired of him not growing fast. But yeah, he did better for the Blues. Next is Yanni Gourde of the Seattle Kraken. Release the Kraken. So number 37 in your programs. He was a Tampa player until the expansion draft. But yeah, I think he's found his niche in Seattle. And I do have to check. I do have to, where am I here? Yeah, I do have to add a few more videos to be done. And all that, because it is time travel. And what happened is I forgot to delete the files from yesterday, like that for the stuff that I uploaded yesterday. So anyhow, um, so yeah, the time travel ones I had originally done it, and then they're like they look familiar, and then lo and behold, it's like, oh, I did this stuff yesterday. So like, yeah, it can't repeat. Like, dude. So I'm almost done. Like creating it, and then I got to make sure that I take out like the stuff. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of uploads in a sense because boxing. Normally, I would not touch boxing and all that. And all that. Oh, Ben is headed out. Have a nice evening and all that. So take care, Ben. Favorite hockey uniform. Yeah. Anyway, next is the Seattle one. Yeah, I kind of agree. Next is from the Ducks, Tristan Luneau from Victoriaville. Tristan Luneau. If you know, Luneau. Next is Pavel Saka. There's a Bruin. Al Red Sox fan. There you go. Pavel Saka of the Boston Bruins in their no, not really the reverse retro, but the road style uniform for the 100 years of Bruins and all that. So yeah, Pavel Saka, former Devil. Now Bruin, got him. Pretty decent player, number 18. I do need to ask Al, if you're doing a stream and all that, like, are you doing a stream tonight? Or like, when do you have to head out? Because basically, if you have to head out, then I'll probably just stop at 9:30 and just do it. But like, I'll try. I'll try not to like bump into you. I mean, bump into your schedule and all that. If you need to go, you need to go. That's fine. But it's great to have you around. And as I said, I want to be part of the maybe later. Okay, well, how long do you have, Al? Like, I know I put the slow mode on for 30 seconds, like every comment's every 30 seconds, but I just don't want spam. But like, how long do you have left? Because I can go till 10 o'clock if you wish. But I mean, 9:30. I was thinking about 60 minutes for 9:30, and truth be told, I'm not going to get through all 10 thingies in one day. I'll probably have to come back like night after night after night to try to do that every so often. So anyway, all right. But anyhow, next is another Gabe Filarde, who I keep thinking was a Kitchener Ranger, but no, he wasn't. I checked. So Gabe Filarde. Okay, here we go. Ryan Hartman of the Wild. I'm almost at the end of my first deck. So there's Ryan Hartman of the Minnesota Wild. What do you like? Your channel, my friend. Yeah. Oh, cool. Well, that's fine. But I mean, I know that you got your channel that's got tons more subscribers than mine. So like, whatever it is. But regardless of that, you got Kyle Palmieri of the Islanders, the 50th and last card in the deck. So there's Palmieri. Okay, so that's the first set of 50 cards. Okay, Al. So comment. Pick a number between 1 and 9, because that'll be my next set. And I think what I'll do is I'll probably just do one more 7. Thank you, sir. All right, so here we go. So that's the card. So that's the card set. Al, you can see $2.99 or 2 for $5. So if I bought them individually, it would have been $3. It would have been $30, but they're $25. All right, so you see the first 2 guys. So here we go. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. Okay, so first out of the deck is Marc-Andre Fleury. This is card for the 2021 upper deck with the Blackhawks. Well, it says he's from the Golden Knights, but I think then he moved to the Blackhawks for a few years. All right. I think these are all okay. So just to warn you, I peeked at it, and these are from 2021-22. So these are from This is 2021 cards. Last deck was 2024. This is 2021. So these are 3 years older. Okay, so first up is Jordan Eberle of the Islanders, and a lot of the background is going to be basically the background without the fans because 2020, 21, we were still in COVID times. So Jordan Eberle, star player for the Oilers and Blues, among others, in an Islanders jersey, black. Next is Jonas Donskoi, or Donskoi, but I say Donskoi. I don't know why, but yeah, there's Jonas Donskoi of the Avalanche for the Sharks. Donskoi. I'm a fan of Japanese culture, like Donskoi, sumo style. Hakui no kota. That's all I'm gonna do. Okay. Next is whoopsies, 2 cards. Next is Carter Hart of the Philadelphia Flyers. This is controversial because if you're and I don't know, Al Red Sox fan, if you heard about this, but there's a controversy with 5 former players of the 2017 Canadian junior team allegedly having something to do with a young lady in London, Ontario, August 2017 or something. But yeah, he hasn't played in the NHL the past year and a bit because he's in litigation and all that. But yeah, the Flyers lost a good goalie in Carter Hart. And then of course, it's not fair that he gets bit, but he got bit, so we'll see what happens. Regardless, there's a Roman Josi card from 2021. So Roman Josi, he goes to the other pile because I already have a Josi. Another goalie, Thatcher Demko of the Canucks. I think he's with another team, but yeah, Demko. Thatcher Demko was huge for the Canucks and all that. I think he changed to 25 a while ago, but yeah, Thatcher Demko's a good goalie and all that. I think he's still with the Canucks. Next up is Drew Doughty from the former Guelph Storm. Drew played all his career with the Kings at the time. This is 2021 and all that, but yeah, Drew Doughty, LA Kings legend. I don't think the Kings would ever get rid of him. I mean, best LA Kings defenseman ever. Sorry, Rob Blake. I just have to check I think the time travel converts quicker. So yeah. So after this, it'll be smooth sailing because I'm not going to do any more conversions and all that. And then I'll be uploading everything. So yeah, I think after this deck, I'll stop. And then I'll just upload and then maybe tune in to Al's stream, hopefully. I know that Al will probably be how many times do I watch his stuff? Well, the only issue, Al, is that, you do your streams at 11 p.m., 12 a.m. and all that. But usually I'm in bed by 10:30, 11 because I work the next day and all that. So I was up late last night because, I didn't have to work today. That's why I managed to get the cards and all that. But yeah, that's the problem, though, is, I got to get to work. How was my Christmas? Well, thanks for asking. Well, my Christmas was fine, and I got to spend time with my mom, my brother, and his family, my niece and nephew. My nephew is a big 13-year. My nephew's big. He's 13 years old, but he's a big hockey guy with the mini sticks and all that. But he plays for a under 13 AA team. I don't know what the American equivalent, but yeah, it's a AA team and all that. AAA is just one step below. Is one step below junior B in Ontario, but he's done all that. He has his own YouTube channel called Beanie Bro. I think it's just Beanie Bro, yeah, or is it Beanie Bro 96? But anyway, regardless of that, he did a YouTube video. Well, he's going to do a YouTube video of unboxing some mini sticks that I bought him. So yeah, so Beanie Bro is his YouTube handle. He's going to be 13 in a few weeks, but yeah. So yeah, I got to meet them. I got to see a couple of more relatives. If you must know, of course, Al, is that I don't mention my dad I don't have my dad anymore. My dad died in 2020 on the worst possible day, leap day. That's being February 29th, 2020, from a heart attack caused by pneumonia. So anyway, yeah, I've been without him for 4 years. So that's why I don't mention my dad, because technically, thank you. Regardless, Al. So let's keep going. I don't want to waste your time. Okay. Anyway, next is Martin Jones. Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones, calling Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones, get up now. So yeah, this is when he was with the Sharks. I know he was a Toronto Maple Leaf and a Seattle Kraken for a while. So yeah. This is 2021. I guess this is all 2021 cards. Nevertheless, next is Eugenie Davidoff when he played for the Senators. You're not wasting my time. Good. I'm hoping I'm not wasting people's time. I know you have a busy YouTube channel like myself, so don't go Davidoff. His card. Next is JT Miller with the Canucks. This is 2021 JT Miller. Yeah, he was a Ranger. He was a 20-goal scorer for the Rangers, and then got traded to Tampa and now to Vancouver. So I have a duplicate JT Miller, so he goes into the other pile. Josh Morrissey from the Winnipeg Jets at the time. I think he's still with the Jets. Yeah. Josh Morrissey, great defenseman with the points and all that stuff. Clayton Keller of the Coyotes. Ow, ow. I don't know, Al, if you were here when we made that discussion about the Coyotes with Ben Witz and all that. But yeah, they had some killer jerseys and all that. But the fact of the matter is that, hockey, yeah, I said it shouldn't be over the Mason-Dixon line. Agreed. If it wasn't for the Gretzky trade to Los Angeles in 1988, I think Southern hockey would have suffered and all that. Oh, man, I said Jeff Blashill was the coach of the Red Wings. That's wrong, and that was Derek Lalonde. And then, McClellan's coming, but Derek Lalonde was the coach. I said that earlier in the program about the Red Wings firing their coach. Anyway, next is Nicola Backstrom of Washington, great player. I think is he in Russia now or something, or Sweden? I think he went back home to Sweden. Nick Backstrom. I can't remember. Gordie Howe with the Hartford Whalers. Yeah, I bet that was a pricey card, Red Sox fan, unless you got it as a kid and kept it. Because, Gordie Howe, Whalers as in NHL Whalers? Because I know he spent the last year of the WHA, he spent the last year as a member of the Whalers organization and then went to the NHL and all that. So anyway. Next is Torrey Krug of the St. Louis Blues. Great defenseman for the Bruins, and then he became a Blue and all that. So yeah, spent a lot of time with the Bruins. Al, Red Sox fan, yep. Torrey Krug, his stuff with the Bruins, as you can see. NHL Whalers, nice. So that was only like one season because I know Gordie Howe retired after the 1980 season. But there, a Boston Bruin. I did not peek. Al, Red Sox fan. Patrice Bergeron got his card, 2022 Bruins card. Look at the back. Look at all his stuff. Got as a kid. Beautiful. Yep. Patrice Bergeron. One of the few Bruins I could stand. I mean, yeah, he played for the Bruins. I hate the Bruins with a passion. I'm a Leaf fan. But the simple fact is, Patrice Bergeron was one of the most gentlemanly players. Heck, on my 19th birthday in 2004, April 9th, 2004, he scored an overtime goal to sink the Habs in, what was it, game 1 or 2? I think it was game 2 of the playoffs that year. And, that was his first NHL goal. Like, he didn't score any regular season goals, but he scored in the playoffs. And, 19-year-old icon scoring the goal for the Bruins against the Habs in the playoffs. But then the Habs would win that series after being down 3-1, if memory serves me right. And I think it does, because 2004 was the last year I lived in Plattsville on the farm before I moved to Kitchener. So you got that going. Next is Johnny Huberdeau. Jonathan Huberdeau. Upper Deck, of course, if you must know. So Huberdeau, great Florida Panther icon, and they got traded to Calgary for Matthew Tkachuk. It wasn't fair. Like Huberdeau was Florida off eBay. Jeez, that must have been a pricey one because Bobby Orr, iconic cards and all that have to be up for like $20-$30 because it's Bobby Orr. Nevertheless, we got ourselves Josh Archibald from Baltimore. I don't think he is bald. I don't think so. So Josh Archibald. Next up is Sebastian Aho, or idiot. In Japanese, ahoka means stupid. Bokeh's idiot, but ahoka in Japanese. Nope, very reasonable. Good. Very good. Well, if I were to pick up a card, I would pick up like a set, if you will, more so than a card, unless the card's price was right and all that. You got Aho. Next up is Jeff Carter for the Penguins and all that. So yeah, Jeff Carter for the Penguins always will be a great flyer and king and all that. Flyers gave up on him because of the nightlife in Philadelphia. Traded him to LA, won a couple cups with the Kings. So yeah, brutal mistake by the Flyers organization. Jeff Carter, I can't remember if he's still playing to date, but I know he is there. Next is Jeff Petrie dish for Montreal. Of course, you see the red background and all that. That's like the seats they had to cover up because of the whole COVID thing, as I said. Played for the Habs when they went to the 2021 Stanley Cup Finals. The worst part about that 21 playoff run was they sunk the Leafs in the first round, and the Leafs were up 3-1, and it looked like the Leafs were easily going to pound the Habs into submission, go to the second round of the playoffs for the first time at the time in 17 years. And, Winnipeg probably beat Winnipeg. I don't know if they would have won the semifinals thing, but against Vegas, probably not by my guess. It's always not the best thing in the world. Okay, next up is goalie Mikko Koskinen of the Oil Drop. You rarely see a goalie in the NHL wear a number below 20. Or what? Well, between 1 and like higher than 1, but lower than 20. But yeah, he wore number 19. It's like 19. That's a forwards number. And all that. Yeah. Great Oiler goalie and all that. And then he floundered, and then Edmonton kept trying to pick up new guys. Noah Hannafin of the Calgary Flames, number 55 on your programs. Hannafin. Zach Parise. Oh, this is different. It's an artifacts card. Zach Parise, great player. His father, Jean-Pierre? No. Sean Paul, that's it. Parise, JP Parise. Yes, Zach Parise, Devils legend and Wild legend. I think he was more popular when he got traded to the Minnesota Wild. But yeah, Zach's father, JP Parise, great player and all that, known for scoring what I believe is still the fastest overtime goal to end a series with 11 seconds. I know you'll be waiting. Hang on, Brian Skrulin scored 9 seconds in overtime against the Flames. That's true in 1986, but that was during Game 2. That was not an elimination game. JP Parise is going 11 seconds into the game against the Rangers in Game 3 of the first round of that 75 playoffs was an elimination game. Look it up. Next up is Michael Bunting for the Coyotes, who the Leafs got and then I think subsequently has given up on. So, yeah, the Leafs spent so much time trying to get Bunting, and then they got him out of there. The Devils, Mackenzie Blackwood, this is just in his third season. This is 21-22, so this is a few years ago. So, Mackenzie Blackwood. Next is Victor Hedman of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa, number 77. He's a one season. Oh, wait. Did I have a Hedman for 23-24? Good grief. I forgot. No, I don't think I ever said greatest Tampa Bay defenseman. Sorry, Roman Hammerlick. But yeah, one season, one franchise wonder with the Lightning, Victor Hedman. Like, dude, why would Tampa get rid of him? Next up is Adam Henrique of the Ducks, a hero in his rookie campaign with the Devils in 2012, scoring the double overtime goal that sunk the Panthers in the first round of the playoffs that year. But yeah, Adam Henrique found success moving from the Devils to the Duckies. Next is Troy Terry, another Duck from Denver, Colorado. I thought he was from Terry, New York or something like that. But yeah, that's his stats. Easton Cowan made it 2-0 for Canada World Juniors. Claude Giroux, Flyers icon and all that. I know he went to another team, but like he should never have left the Flyers because the Flyers really needed his guts and determination and all that. I think he went to Minnesota. Next up is J.G. Pajot of the Islanders in that jersey. Pajot, you see his stats with the Senators and all that. Great player for the Senators. Scoring 4 goals in that one playoff game against the Rangers in, what was it, game 2 of the conference semifinals, like the second round? I know, yeah, he scored 4 goals in that game against the Rangers, including 2 very late ones and then overtime. Next is Devin Tays of the Avalanche and all that. I don't think he's related to Jonathan Tays, but that's what you got. Next is Tage Thompson of the Sabres. I didn't know he was with the Blues at one time. I'm looking at the back of the card. If you play for the Blues, well, Tage Thompson, I know, great Buffalo Sabres icon. Next is Richard Panik of the Detroit Red Wings. Man, I'm getting some likes. Richard Panik. Oh, the Leafs had him for 1 year. I'm looking at the back of the card. He was a Leaf? Man, a lot of teams on this card for Panik. Richard Panik. Hearts are floating. So Tampa, Toronto, Chicago, Arizona, Washington, Detroit. Well-traveled. Not as well-traveled as Mike Sillinger. Dude played for what, 12 teams? Something like that? Yeah, Sillinger is the most traded player in NHL history. I think Dave McElwain is close to that too. Anyway. All right, so another Zach Parise card with the Wild. I had a Zach Parise card. Yeah, Zach Parise card. Or was that a Jordan Parise card? No, that was a Zach Parise card. Yeah, there's a Zach Parise card because I was talking about Zach Parise. Oh, that was an artifact card. That's what it was. Yeah, I'll get rid of the artifact card and all that. Okay, so next is Tyler Seguin of the Stars. He was a Bruin for a few years, and then he went to Dallas and Boston. I think regretted it in a sense. But yeah, Tyler Seguin's a great player for the Stars and all that. Seguin actually almost became a Toronto Maple Leaf. The reason why he wasn't a Leaf? Well, let's visit back. Al, you'll love this. This has to do with the Bruins. So once upon a time, the Boston Bruins had this hot shot by the name of Phil Kessel. Boston wasn't too pleased with him and all that, so they decided, let's trade him. And Toronto's like, hey, we need this Phil Kessel guy to fill in and help us out in the late 2000s. So guess what? In 2007, the Leafs packaged Seguin to Boston. Traded for Kessel. Kessel went from Boston to Toronto in exchange for 2 first-round picks of the Leafs. Thinking, okay, well, the Leafs are mortgaging first-round picks in the future for Kessel as long as the Leafs look good. But what happens? The Leafs suck and become the second worst team in the 2008-2009 season. So anyway, 2008-2009, the Leafs were second last in the NHL. Yeah, they were second last because they weren't the favorites to win the NHL draft lottery, and they didn't. They ended up second. But then, of course, that was the pick the Leafs had to trade to Boston. So Boston used it to take Tyler Seguin. It was the Taylor and Tyler dilemma because Taylor Hall or Tyler Seguin. The others picked Taylor Hall, and then the Bruins, after getting the Leafs pick, took Tyler Seguin. Yeah. like Kessel. Phil Kessel's great. Like Phil Kessel in the health and the shape, the physical shape he was as a player. I'm surprised he was the guy to beat. Well, he didn't beat Doug Jarvis's record. I think someone else beat Jarvis's record, and then he became the first to get 1,000 consecutive regular season games. Playoffs don't really count. I think they do. Like to play 1,000 games in the NHL, that's more than 10 years of NHL skill. Like as average NHL season's 82 games, so that's 820 at least for 10 years. And if they count the playoffs, well, you have to be on some very good playoff teams. Nevertheless, that was a big move, and also the Leafs screwed up because they had to give up their first round pick to Boston the following year. And guess who Boston drafted? Dougie Hamilton. That would have been great for the Leafs. Next up is David Perron of the St. Louis Blues. Again, just scored and liked the party. He was young and the Bruins didn't like him, so they traded him to Dallas. Okay, thanks, Al. But yeah, that's like Jeff Carter and Mike Richards. The Flyers didn't like their party attitude, so they traded him to the Kings, and lo and behold, they both won 2 Stanley Cups. Mike Richards, Kitchener. Just saying, David Perron, the Blues, and then he left. I know that. So many things with the Bruins. Next, speaking of the Bruins, look at this. This is the 2021 reverse retro of your Boston Red Sox. Jeff. Focus, Boston Bruins, Charlie Coyle, great player for the Wild and the Bruins. But yeah, the Bruins kind of like the yellow. I kind of like this in a sense. I've seen jerseys and all that, but yeah, it's cool and all that. Next is Shea Weber. I was talking about it with Nashville. Yeah, Shea Weber of the Montreal Canadiens. Nashville, the big trade with Montreal in 2016. It was a big day because the Oilers traded Taylor Hall to the Devils for the rights to Adam Larson. I think there was someone else that went from Edmonton to New Jersey, but I can't remember. Yeah, Shea Weber, part of the 2021 team that won the Stanley Cup playoff, went to the finals with the Habitants. But yeah, they didn't want to draft him, but looks stupid they didn't. It was a waste of a pick. He didn't get the BS system. Yeah, true. So yeah, Shea Weber, and then the same day, Shea Weber was traded from Nashville to Montreal for PK Subban. And Montreal fans basically got mad. Oh, there's Radabunk. Yeah, Radabunk's son is playing for Canada in the World Juniors. Oliver Bunk. And it's weird because Radabunk, is that Alfredson? Oh, well, obviously I have the sound off. I don't want to get copyrighted by YouTube. Anyway, Jason Zucker, I think how many guys have been in the NHL that is below said you in alphabetical? I know Andre Susan was, but yeah, Jason Zucker, former Wild Star, now Penguin. 22 cards. Nick Schmaltz of the Coyotes. Ow. See there? Anyway, so yeah. Ryan Sutter, Artifacts card. I already have a card of him, so we don't need to look at that. John Carlson of the Washington Capitals, always playing with the Capitals. I think he's still with the Capitals. John Carlson, very much hated in the Canadian World Junior world because in 2011, or was it 2010? Sorry, 2011. Was it two? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was in Saskatchewan, the World Juniors in 2010-11, when U.S. and Canada met in the finals. Jordan Eberle scored 2 very critical goals to help Canada tie the States, but then there was a 3-on-1 break, and John Carlson scored in overtime. It was the second time the U.S. ever won a World Junior gold medal, and both times were against Canada. At the time, of course, I think there's been 3 or 4 more for the Americans since 2011, but regardless. Next up is Keith Yandel. Yandel bomb. Yeah, 922 straight regular season games. They don't really count the playoffs. As the back of the card will tell you. See the Doug Jarvis thing? It says regular season games. Yeah, Coyotes legend and a Ranger for 1.5 years, and then he went to the Panthers. Yeah, he was the guy who broke the record for Doug Jarvis, and then subsequently has been broken by Phil Kessel. He had 1,000 regular season games, 82 games. Is that 13 seasons? It says the 10s, 820, 902, 984. So that's about 12 plus regular seasons. You can't miss a game and all that. 12 years. A lot of people don't really have 12-year careers sometimes. I'm not done this set yet, but anyway, here's Thomas Hurdle the Turtle for the Sharks. In his rookie campaign in 2013-14, he burst on the scene with a 4-goal game against the Rangers, including the strange between the legs goal over Martin Biron's shoulder. That was actually the last game Marty Biron played in the NHL, and then he retired to be a TSN analyst. Next up is Tyler Myers from Vancouver, 6'8". You really don't think a 6'8" player would play hockey. It was more for basketball. But yeah, Tyler Myers, Sabres icon, then a Jets icon, and now Canucks icon in a sense. So yeah, 6'8". Well, I know Charles was 6'9". Miles Wood of the Devil Dogs. Miles Wood from Buffalo, New York. I think that's Randy Wood's kid. Because I know Randy Wood used to play for the Sabres, Islanders, and the Leafs. Okay. Riley Smith of the Vegas Golden Knights. Of course, this is 2021. This was a couple years before them winning the Stanley Cup. And boy, would you know how good Riley Smith was in Game 5, was it? Yes, Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. What was that, 5-point night or something like that? I think he had a hat trick in the clincher, which is unusual. And then you got yourself Chris Kreider. Oh, here's a Ranger. Easy Kreider, Chris Kreider. People are thinking he's going to be traded tomorrow when the roster freezes out. But I don't know, Chris Kreider. Remember, this is 2021 card, all that. So will Chris Kreider be traded? Honestly, the Rangers will probably trade him at the deadline, if anything, because if they're out of it, which everyone's freaking overreacting. I think the Ranger fans are the most overreactionary as for this season as of right now. The simple fact is boo-hoo, our season's done. We suck. We're good and now we're bad. Get a clue. The Rangers' problems are such. It's like, oh, we haven't won the cup in 30 years. Boo-hoo. Leaf fans say, hold my beer. How many years has it been since the Leafs have won the Stanley Cup? 57. So, dude, the last time they won the Cup was 1967. 18 years before I was born. Oh, whoa. Finland almost scored. The puck just went through the crease. Okay, next is Anders Lee of the Islanders. Was he 6'3"? Yeah. Right. Islanders guy. And one more card, and we'll just end it right here. Yeah, doing 2 packs in an hour and 8 minutes. So I think, well, I'll go to an hour and 15 minutes with just straight talk. But yeah, Brett Pesce of the Carolina Panthers. All right, so I know I have 8 more, but yeah, 38 minutes per. That's a little bit off, and I'm a little distracted. So we'll just end this after an hour, 15 minutes. Just talk to you guys so much. Ooh, yeah, I didn't get a free trial Wondershare thingies. No, thank you. I'm happy just the way I am. All right, so yeah, there's a lot of things that have to be uploaded for today. Over 4 gigs worth of stuff, 4.5 gigs. Because, I'll give you a quick preview. There's going to be 8 things that will be uploaded in about 5 to 10 minutes. I'll start uploading. It's the 2nd and 10 Bill Berkey tribute game, because last night after coming home from family Christmas, I found out that Bill Berkey died. And thinking, you don't know who Bill Berkey is? I said, yes, I do. I remember his time with the Eagles. So I, of course, did the Wikipedia page and talked about who Bill Berkey was and, his time with the Eagles. He had that rivalry with Conrad Dobler of the St. Louis Cardinals when the Cardinals were in St. Louis. So practically, I put Cardinals versus Eagles because I wanted to see that matchup, and one team blasted the other. Uh, I did ton about boxing, like Boxing Day fun. What I did was I did it based on holidays, like January is like New Year's Day. So I tried to find a boxer with any W in his name, like new. February is like Valentine's Day, so I went, who was a foul? A foul, VAL. March was all about Patrick, like who's the best Patrick of boxing. April was about Jesus, so we went Jesus. May was about Victoria Day. Well, in Canada, we call it Victoria Day. In America, it's Memorial Day. It's not the same week. It's not the same Monday. Victoria Day is the May 24 weekend in Canada, and then the last Monday in May is Memorial Day. But I went with Victoria Day with VIC. June was just JUN. I went father, but there was no Father's Day. There was no father in the NHL. I mean, in boxing. July it was Canada Day. Like I picked a Canadian who did not take part in the fight card thingy, and I found one. Naganjo. August it was Civic for the Civic holiday, CIP. September was LAB for Labor Day. October was, I thought about Turkey, but I already did a Turkey tournament with all those guys, so I went OCT for October. November was Veterans Day, VET, and December was Christ or Chris, if you will. Also, I did ASG Golf early in 60s, December 2024 match play. Down to 16 guys, you win the tournament. You go to Augusta for the year-end tournament. If you take second, you go to a second chance tournament later in the month. PC Replay Baseball talked about the 1980s Diamond Decades World Series between the 1985 Cardinals and the 1980 Royals. And of course, I complained because the Royals team should be the 85 team, not the 80 team. I mean, the 85 team did win the World Series after all. Second and 10 NCAA Legends for Cutter Bowl, like the Sun Bowl between the 91 Washington Huskies and the 1990 Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. That's a big matchup because both those schools had to share national championships. The years? I think you're right. And of course, a few time travel things too. So you'll see 8 things on my channel. So I hadn't thought about a Red Sox fan. Oh yeah. So next week, next Monday and Tuesday will be, well, ASG Golf will be all about the runner-up tournaments. One of the tours, their runner-up tournament will happen, and then those will be the final 6 spots for the 72-man thing in Augusta that's coming up next week, next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But next Monday and Tuesday, I can't remember what course it is at. I don't know if I set a course yet. But I know the L Red Sox fan and friends golf thing. I think it's match play. I think I'm going to set match play up. But yeah. December 30th, 31st at Great Holes. I think it's stroke play. Yeah, it's going to be a stroke play. It's going to be 2 rounds per day for stroke play for L Red Sox fan and friends. And the fact is that, you'll play and the winner will go to a tour of their choosing. Of course, that would be afterwards. Nice. Yeah, Al, you're in. I'm in. Philip Reynolds is in our jail network. Dwayne Martz. Ron Jucket's in the league. I can't remember who else. But, so those guys will be playing next Monday and Tuesday and all that for something like that. But it's not a guaranteed trip to Augusta. You have to win within that tour too. Like Cleve Baseball Fan is in Augusta because he won a tournament and all that. I think it was March. But yeah, so that's that. I still got a lot of things on my mind. I still have to do Baseball Mogul 2024 because I have to do the playthrough, which I switch teams every so often. So if you've been watching that, I still have to do that in a sense. What other stuff I have to end? Well, Sports Catastrophe is going to end. It doesn't mean the end of my channel. My channel's still going to keep going, but Sports Catastrophe is done. I've done 4 years of Sports Catastrophe stuff, trying to do a birthday thing and then on this day every day and all that. There are days that I have repeated. I don't repeat my stuff. I never do. I'll be doing a Sports Catastrophe analytics video on New Year's Day alongside the the stars we've lost in 2024. So anyway, I know that Al's probably going to start a stream soon, so I'll join that shortly. All I ask Al is one thing: is you just mention on your first stream or your first game that you play tonight that you came over to my hockey card thing and all that. So it doesn't have to be a long statement. It's just like a normal statement and all that. Just make sure you like if you just say it like the first few minutes of the stream and all that, I'll be a happy man. And I want to be part of the friends of the channel chat and all that. I think we can chat for a long time. I mean, I've lasted an hour and 15 minutes and all that. If I stream tonight, I shall. I hope so. Yeah, if you can't stream tonight, fair enough. But like your next video, your next YouTube video, your next YouTube stream and all that, just get a quick mention and all that. And, that'll be fun and all that stuff. So yeah, I'll end it and all that. So it's nice to talk for an hour and 16 minutes about hockey cards and a lot of other stuff. So yeah, I've got things to worry about next week, but hey, whatever. Take care. Yeah, take care, Al. Take care, Cutter Historical fan base. Don't worry, I have 8 more of these card sets of these 50-pack stuff. So I'll pick up where I left off. Would you object if I do one tomorrow? Maybe I might try again. Maybe I do it tomorrow night. Yeah, I think. Oh wait, tomorrow night. Yeah, maybe tomorrow night. Actually, no. I got to catch up on time travel tennis and all. I got to catch up on a few things. So yeah, I'll try my best. And I will give like 24-hour notice and all that. I know you'll probably see it when you look at Cutter Historical stuff and say, oh, he's live and all that. So yeah, so anyway, that's all I've got. Thanks for watching. I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.